Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our campaign is entitled Apotheosis. It was written by Morgan Llewellyn, who is also our game master. Darren Pollock will be giving the recap, and this is episode 3. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Darren?
Thanks, Tom. Mon cher Monique, mon petit ballon d'amour. We have come, as you know, to visit my dear friend René, who has gained the wonderful muse and is most prolific in his art now. We have met his beautiful fiancée, the lovely Anne-Marie. However, she is not quite what you would think for a fiancée. She is the gardener. However, love always finds a way. We have found, upon exploring René's lovely new manse, a most mysterious door in the basement, carved of solid marble. The hinges, the handles, the lock, everything marble. A true masterwork. And Gaspard has found paintings in the middle of the night, painted by a mystery stranger who turned out to be René himself, painting very odd pictures. And of what? Who knows? They are a woman with a mysterious symbol over her head. And no one knows how he has painted it. He has no memory himself. But oh well. And in the garden of this beautiful manse as well, there are these magnificent masterwork sculptures, lifelike in all respects, truly wonders of art. And no one knows who the mysterious sculptor is. And upon exploring the grounds, we have also found that our muse has returned, and we are now painting and sculpting and writing and creating as never before. We have also decided to further explore the grounds, because this is once a giant winery, and in the winters we have found a stage that has seen use at some time but is now deserted, and down below a magnificent wine cellar full of rare vintages. And then at that point we are left. I shall see you soon, my dear. Take care. I love you.
Excellent. All right, Morgan?
As the three of you stand there amid the rows of the wine, down underneath the vintage, Anne-Marie's is standing between you and the ladder back up to the surface. Her gaze looks less than pleased as she slowly starts meandering towards you. Enjoying the grounds?
Oh, oui, madame.
It's a fascinating old place you have here.
Yes, I would have to say I agree.
And what brings you out so late at night?
Oh, well, I tend all of the grounds. I did not expect to see anybody out here.
I thought you were just the lover of the roses.
Yes, well, the roses are quite lovely, but ever since Jacques' death, my responsibilities have grown.
But, my dear, we don't ever see you doing anything else. Do you not spend time with your fiancée?
I do, as matters permit. But you are here to paint, no? Not...
Well, one never knows where one will find inspiration.
And
yes, in fact, I think I will get back in the day and paint this magnificent old ruin.
I think that would be a marvelous idea.
Tell me, mademoiselle, we found some strange bottles down here. Amongst the other magnificent wines, we found these dirty water bottles with the peculiar mark upon them. Have you seen these?
Perhaps.
Perhaps a strange answer. Either you have seen them or you have not.
And she kind of gestures to Jean-Francois. Is that one that you're holding there in your hand?
Oui, oui. You see, it has this strange mark.
And she's kind of just sitting there in thought for a second.
Did Anne-Marie come down with a flashlight or a torch?
She has a lantern.
It's a lantern. How is she dressed? Is she dressed for bed? Is she dressed for gardening?
She's dressed for gardening.
Are there any visible weapons on her person?
Nope.
Mademoiselle, you must forgive us. We have long known our friend, and we have not known you for very long. We come here and we find your household is a little unusual for what we expect. No?
And how is that so?
It is, well, I understand that you enjoy your gardening, but you are a lady. I expect some ladylike behavior from you. Not to say that you are not a lady, but you have guests in your house. You are entertained, but instead you are gardening all the time. I'm sorry. It is just unusual. It is not bad. It is just different than what we expect.
You are Renee's guests, and I think he's taking care of you quite admirably. And I have other things that I have to attend to.
Do you not have servants to do these things? Or?
No, some things are not good for delegation.
Well, then you must forgive us. We do not mean to overstep our place.
Yes, well.
And these responsibilities you have, they are not to Jacques. They must be to René, no?
She just smiles. Well, some things linger for a while. Things that have to be taken care of.
I see. So did Jacques leave instructions for you?
For me and Roger, yes.
Ah, yes, this Roger.
We have grounds to maintain. They were his property, and we...
But they belong to René now.
We are sorry for prying into these things. We do not mean to distress you or anything. We are old fools.
Yes, well, I recommend being careful.
Well,
some places around here are quite old.
Yes, we can see. Thank you, madame. We'll see you in the morning then. Come, my friends, let's go back to the house. We have been out too long.
Would you accompany us back to the house, mademoiselle?
Oh, of course.
Magnifique. We are most grateful.
I suggest we take one of these lovely rare vintages.
Yes, one or two, and one of these strange ones as well.
Perhaps Renee might know.
I think he is resting, but in the morning, perhaps he will have an idea. Although he does not seem to recognize just this shape that he paints in the night.
Painting in the night, you say?
Oh, monsieur, you did not know.
No.
Monsieur René is having difficulty sleeping. He has begun somnambulant. He is walking about, still asleep. We are very concerned, so we have made sure that he does not get up tonight and go on walkabout.
Do you know where these paintings are?
Well, mademoiselle, you know the painting upstairs that is signed by Jacques.
Yes, I've seen it before.
These paintings look like that.
They are somewhat similar. Only Monsieur Jacques did not paint them. René painted them.
Oh, yes, of course. Shall we go?
I look at the rest of them like I'm fucking. There's something fucked up here, and I'm fucking scared out of my head. I do not want to turn my back on her, but I say that psychically so that they can.
Mamselle, why don't you take to that first so we can catch you if you have an accident?
Après vous, mademoiselle.
Oh, yes.
Allons-y.
Such gentlemen. And she starts to climb up the ladder.
If we get to the ground floor without event, I will say, and you have here a small stage. Is there some festival or pièce de théâtre that is planned?
Oh, yes, well, Jacques used to have performances out here. He loved the theater.
But why in this old decayed building when he has a magnificent house?
No, he was a man of interesting taste. You like the aesthetic beauty to paint, did you not say?
Well.
What's the weather like outside once we get outside?
Slightly overcast, kind of covering the stars, so it's getting pretty dark at this point.
Yeah. We must find our way back. Let's check on Tristan, make sure he's okay.
I bet he fell asleep on top of René.
That would not be a first.
And as you guys start heading back, Tristan.
Yes.
The book you found is quite interesting. As you keep flipping through it, just the whole world seems to melt away around you.
Well, a good play will do that.
You're just absorbed. And as you keep turning, you eventually hit the second act.
Okay. Do I have a glass of wine with me?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay, well, then there's no reason for me to pause between acts to go get a glass of wine. So I will just sigh and say, okay, well, this is getting good. I will have a nice, healthy swallow of wine, reposition my cushions, and dive into the second act.
All right, and as you just sit there and you read just more about these characters, just this kind of this odd feeling just washes over you. And as you finish, sit down, you can't help but feel a little shifted in your way of thought. So I'm going to need you to lose 2d4 sanity.
Oh, boy. Ooh, first roll is a 3, and the second roll is a 2.
All right. The King in Yellow. It's marvelous. Carcosa. All these things just kind of just settle into your mind. And you kind of reflect back and just think of all the plays you ever tried to write and why, when such a beautiful masterpiece exists already. And as you're just sitting there just reflecting on just as the grandeur of this whole thing, you see René has gotten up and he kind of starts just go kind of just straight up in bed and he turns to you. His eyes kind of are wide and he just just asks, have you seen the yellow sign, Tristan?
I believe I have, my friend. It's beautiful. I don't think I can ever look at anything again the same way.
And friend. I guess Renee has met you then.
I'm not sure what you mean.
And he just smiles. Oh. Well, you will see soon enough. Come, there's work to do.
And what are we about then?
And he's like, there's things to prepare.
What are we preparing for?
Glorious things, my friend. Glorious things.
Well, I've just read the best play possibly ever written. I can't imagine what would be more glorious than that.
Ah. The subject of the play is the most glorious component, wouldn't you agree?
You mean the King in Yellow himself, or the squabbling royal family, or the hunchback messenger? There's so many interesting characters. Which subject would you choose?
I mean the king. Come, the time will be soon, and I must get to work.
You need my help with something.
If you want.
Well, you're up, I'm up. Let's see what you're about. I'm curious to learn more.
Excellent. And so he leads you out of the room and back down.
I kind of close the book and I put it in the back of my belt, like behind my back, and I cover it with my jacket, and I follow him down.
And he gets down, he draws a fresh canvas and he starts painting.
I said, how will you ever hope to capture the cosmic dread and entropy that is Carcosa? I don't believe that the human mind can envision such glory, let alone remain intact upon witnessing it. I mean, even in my imagination, I feel on the brink of collapse.
Yes, that's true. The human mind is so unfocused. So many worries, so many cares. But of course, in order to obtain the glory, one must free their mind of human limitations.
I really want to do something, but it's totally fucked up and insane. You've just kind of given me that perfect opening that I can't not do it now. When he says, free the mind from limitations, I pull my pistol and I've said, I was thinking the same thing. I'm going to fire once at him at the back of his head, and then whether I hit or not, I'm going to fire the second shot under my chin.
All right.
Yeah, I have 60% on my revolver.
All right.
The shot at him will not hit. What do you want me to roll for one under my chin?
Roll power.
I fail that by 9. Do I want to burn luck to make it?
If you want to survive, no. As you pull it, you lose the willpower, that conviction to follow it through.
Perhaps the shock of the sound of the first shot interrupted.
And Renee just sits there, just smiles at you. Patience. Patience. Don't worry. All will be well soon. You'll see.
I won't fire the second shot at myself. I'm kind of unnerved that I actually kind of did that. Like it kind of snapped me out of it. And that he didn't even react to the shot.
Mm-hmm. It didn't even flinch.
And that I missed at this range. I've got a pretty good handgun score. So I'm just going to basically kind of lean against the wall with the smoking gun in my hand and watch him paint and flip through the King in Yellow to try and reference what scene he's painting.
All right. And so the rest of you.
Did we hear the shot? We were approaching the house.
As you start approaching the house, you do hear this gunshot.
Mon Dieu. That is a gunshot.
Yeah, I think that was inside the house. What do you think?
Does Anne-Marie have a reaction to it?
She starts to get really nervous.
Well, we must go inside. There is only Renee and Tristan.
And
Yes.
Roger.
Yes, and as all of you burst into the house, you see Tristan leaning up in the art room, his pistol in his hand, kind of flipping through this book. And you see Renee is in the middle of painting something.
Who fired the shot? You.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't hit him.
You didn't hit him? Why were you shooting at him, Tristan?
Or were you once again shooting at yourself?
Well, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Oh,
I will say that we were trying to free our minds.
From
Well,
yourself?
maybe not from the skull casing itself. And
When you say it that way, it does seem a little odd.
a little odd. How far has Renee's painting advanced?
why is he painting? Why is he not sleeping?
You said he was going to help him sleep tonight.
I was, and then he said we had some work to do.
He spoke to you.
Yes.
So he's sleepwalking and sleep talking as well.
Well, I thought he was awake, but now that you mention it, he could be asleep.
Well, I go in and look at Renee.
Yeah, his eyes are kind of like half open. And I'm going to share with you what he's currently painting.
Oh.
More cockroaches.
And yeah, for Tristan, you're going to lose another D4 sanity as he steps away, and you can see the yellow sign.
He has the question marks with little wings on them.
3 more. I said, no, that's the yellow sign. That's the mark of the king in yellow, the true king of Carcosa.
What are you saying?
Who you're talking about?
The yellow cockroach.
Zaragoza in Spain?
I'll say, you ignorant fools. It's all right here in this glorious play. Don't you understand? It's a new truth. I was trying to find its voice, and it was here all the time. It's the unmaking of everything. It's the punchline to the joke that's been our reality. It's beautiful. I can read it to you if you like.
We don't have time for you to read us a play.
It's not a long play. We've watched you sculpt, and that's like watching clay dry.
Tristan, how much wine have you drank tonight?
Not enough. Tonight is a night of celebration.
Renee. And I sort of do this under his face.
Oh, hello.
Renee, you are sleepwalking again.
Oh,
Or are you? I mean, we had a whole conversation.
conversation? No, you were reading me your play, and now I'm here.
Is Anne-Marie with us?
Yeah,
What's her reaction?
she is smiling.
And I'll look over at her like, you've read it too, haven't you, Anne-Marie?
Yes.
You left it for him. Did he read it? Is that why he's painting?
Yes, I do believe he's read it. I didn't know if he had embraced it.
Francois, Sebastian, what are they talking about?
I fear that the problem from Tristan in the war has broken him at last.
No, I wish the war would have broken me. This is what's putting me together. This is what's brought it all into focus.
Hey, let me see that.
Tristan, you have gone mad.
It is not much of a book. Come on. What is this? It is a play?
I do not know if I've gone mad or not, but I know that for the first time, I understand the truth of all things.
And you're closer to destroy everything and shoot at your friend.
Well, he did sort of ask for it.
He's not even awake. You see himself. He's sleepwalking.
Well, he was speaking, or someone was speaking through him.
Someone.
Maybe that's who's painting.
But what
And
are
I'll look over at his fiance, and I'll just like absolutely wave the gun at her, and I'll say, "Is that it? When he's awake, he's allowing his body."
As you wave the gun, she starts to back up.
Is that it? And I just start waving it. Is he a conduit? Is it the hunchback? Is it the prince? Who's taking control and drawing this through him? I must know.
These are characters we see here in the play, this prince and...
She says, "Oh no. Oh please, just lower that."
I said, "Okay." I'll say, "Okay," and I'll point it right at her feet. I said, "I'm just going to wound you unless you start telling the truth right now."
Tristan, this is not a joke.
Oh, we all know that she's lying. We've known for days.
She is.
No.
Tonight is a
Do
night
you want
for
to
truth.
see him?
It is true. She is asbestos alone. But what can
Do we want to see who?
Tristan, do you want to meet him?
More than anything, I want us all to. The whole world should, but on our terms, not yours. I don't like being lied to and manipulated.
No. He brought it. And she points over at Jean-Francois. He brought it with him.
What?
Jean?
I brought what?
The bottle, you brought it with you.
I do have this bottle. This strange bottle that Anne-Marie will not explain.
And I have the wine.
Mr. Stone, that is the way.
I'll look at the
bottle.
Dirty water is the way? Dirty water is the way to dysentery.
I'll say, is this from the lake?
The
Are these
one and the same.
the dark waters of the Lake Hali?
You know, this play is not very bad.
It gets really good in the second act.
What is it about?
It's about everything.
It is about the kingdom of spoiled brats and people, and...
Oh, don't judge until you read the whole thing. It comes into focus in the second act. So how do we use... Is it the wine or is it the water? And I start waving at the gun at her again.
It's the water. It's the water.
Read a play.
So how do we bring him with the water and these portraits?
Don't you just drink the water?
Very good, Gaspard, she says.
Is this what he's been drinking? Your fiance?
Smash.
No.
I just crashed the bottle on the turpentine-covered floor.
All right. As you do so, as the water kind of fans out, you see it kind of just glow for a second. And as it dries, all the floor and everything that it covered turns to marble. Everyone make sanity rolls.
Oh boy, I'm getting close to 20% in an hour. I better do this math real quick.
Wow, I got a 92. That freaked me out.
I got a 72, which is certainly not good.
I got a 42.
All right, so it's 1 if you pass. It's 1d6 if you fail.
Oh,
Okay, I failed.
where is my 1d6? My six-sided dice is missing. Oh,
All right, I am
4.
not at 20%, but I am getting close.
Ah, does the place where it splashed on my shoes turn to marble?
Yep.
Well, that's not very impressive. I was expecting a doorway.
There is a doorway, Tristan.
What?
Well, first you said the bottle was the doorway.
Mon Dieu, it is turned to marble. Is this what happened to Jacques? Did
No,
he
but it's
break
not
it?
yet time. You just wait.
Oh, wait a minute. And I'll look out the window and I'll say, it's the star. And I'll try and, from the reading of the book, I'll try and place Aldebaran in the night sky.
Aldebaran?
And as you do, from the front, roll spot hidden.
Aldebaran.
Oh, finally, I've rolled something successfully. That I actually make a hard success. 14 out of 35.
All right, as you're looking, you do find it.
It's a bright red star.
And you see it's just so perfectly placed. And its rightful place above the garden. Kind of looking down on everything.
I said, it seems like it's the right time. Aldebaran is right above your garden.
No, it is close.
Oh, Francois, what
It
are
is
they
close.
talking
Just wait
about?
and see.
Francois, what
Bastian,
are they talking about?
Closer than you know.
I do not know. Now that Renee's been woken up, how is he responding to this conflict? Tristan pointing a gun at his fiancee, for example, the marble floor.
He seems in shock. And it's just stammering.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Renee into a chair or stool and sort of try to toss at him a little bit and also ask him if he has any idea what they're talking about.
No.
It is all here in this book.
How are you still reading a book when this crazy man is pointing a gun here and there and the floor is half marble?
I am not.
Here lies the key.
I am not crazy. I resent that.
They have somehow been infected by the ideas within this book. But it is just a book.
Like communism?
Yes, like communism.
No, not like
Only
communism.
worse than communism.
It's every book that ever was.
You said that the second act is the one that's the most dangerous. Let's see. Act 2.
Jasper, what if it makes you crazy like Tristan? Then we have two crazy men and this woman.
It is a fucking book.
This is true, c'est vrai.
Ah. Perhaps we should just burn it. And I pull out a match.
There are serpents all over the place.
Yes, please put the match down. Unlit.
I'll shrug and say, I've read it. I'm sure at this point I could recreate it from memory.
That is a good play.
It was that good.
This is exactly how it happened with the Bolsheviks.
So how do we explain this on the floor? Where, Mademoiselle, where did this come from?
No, he... Ask. You got to ask him yourself.
Ask who?
We are asking you.
He's coming tomorrow.
Who is coming tomorrow?
The one who showed all of us.
The King in Yellow.
Yes.
Cockroach man.
Is it
The unnameable.
Oh, wait a moment. I understand now.
He is.
There is a stage. You are putting on a play.
Oh. We figured out so much more than that, Gaspard.
I'll say our entire planet is his stage. If he comes, he's going to take it all. That's what they do. That's what they did with Carcosa. It became part of the Dark City, the Dead City across the lake.
But Tristan, you believe this merde?
I'll smile and I will say, oh, and you believe that dirty water can turn a wooden floor into marble because of some science, some logic?
I do not understand chemistry. I am not a chemist.
You do not understand faith.
Yeah, but we mix the paint, we mix the color, we mix with the oil, we mix with the egg, we grind up the insect.
There's a soul to the art. You don't understand. It's more than just clay and then words and then paint and then shapes and then color. It's all part of everything. It's what binds reality together, and it's what will tear it apart. I wish you would have just read it and taken it seriously, but what I guess that's all I could expect from a sculptor. Go play in the dirt.
I'd like to try to disarm Tristan.
Good luck.
I want you to know.
I've been waiting for someone to try and disarm me.
I was keeping my eyes on him
Thank you.
with my hand in my pocket.
To be fair, I've never pointed the gun at any of you.
Right.
That is true.
But he is acting like a cuckoo.
For what he's been through, I think he's acting pretty lucid.
You're going to go for the guy, Jean-Francois?
Yeah, that's at this point. I did also have a little bit of a shock recently, and now that I'm hearing him almost make sense with this total lunacy, I think he has to be disarmed and then maybe
Tied to a rock.
No, give him a little medication. Wait, we can chain him to the bed.
To the rock.
Yeah. And if nothing else, we can turn him into a marble statue and put him out in the garden.
All right, I gotta tell you, when I am rushed, I'm going to shoot to kill because it's just combat training, and I'm kind of crazy. I don't want to hurt anyone, but because of the things he's been through, it's just going to kick in. And he'll hate himself after he shoots you, if that's the way it turns out. But
Tristan, my friend, Tristan, listen to me. We have been through far worse than this. You are not making sense. Please,
you don't understand. I'm the only one making sense.
Then explain to us, but please give me the pistol, Tristan.
Well, Jean already said he was going to rush him, and I want to see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm going to say you're going to have to make a persuade roll. I kind of want to make sense to you guys. I kind of want you to understand what's going on, and part of me really doesn't want the world to end, but part of me does.
Well,
I'd miss you guys. Like, I don't think you guys should die.
I'm apparently not very good at persuading people. So I have a 10. So let's see.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a 59. So I'm not being very persuasive.
Anne-Marie, he just says, Tristan, please. They will all see soon enough. Just let it take its course. They'll see. They'll understand.
I will ease the hammer away. I'll put the safety on, and I'll show everyone that I'm doing it, but I'm not letting go of the gun.
Then put it in your pocket, my friend.
I'll put it in my pocket, and
There
I'll
we
say,
go.
and
Now
I'll
you
say,
can-
if I'll smile at her. and I'll say, I'm kind of a neutral party at this point, so I want to explain myself before I have a seat. If I let this all happen, if I let this all play out, you will see and you will understand. And that will make me happy because we'll all understand and we'll all have seen. But then everything is going to be destroyed, and not even destroyed, unmade. We won't even, we may never have existed. And not just us. I mean.
And Tristan, you really believe this? You believe that the world will end?
From a play? From fiction? You believe this?
No art is fiction because we make reality. Art is that powerful. Art is the only power of creation in the universe.
We make reality. We also can unmake reality.
And the King in Yellow can unmake everything.
And then when everything is unmade and we never were, then no one wrote the King in Yellow, no one read the King in Yellow, there was no wine in the cellar.
Oh no, he'll move on to another world and do this again. He's done it before.
Oh, so this is a giant creature from Mars. Yes, a yellow cockroach that goes from Earth to Earth and says, I unmake you. And then he flies with his cockroach wings in the ether.
I'll go and I'll sit back down and I'll drink my wine. I said, it's like talking to kindergartners. I said, I'm trying to tell you the truth and you're playing with blocks and throwing sticks. And I said, believe it or not, I have told you the truth. And I'll just sip my wine. And Renee, I'll go over to Gaspar and I'll snatch the play back out of his hands.
I'll play jump with you. Nope.
No play for you.
You've already read it, my friend. You don't need to read it again. It is obviously causing you some measure of psychosis, like those statues out there. You think maybe they're real? Maybe Monsieur Jacques drank the stone liquid?
Are you telling me it's not real for my benefit or your own? Look at you. You're scared to open your eyes. You're children that are afraid of the light, so you keep your eyes shut because the dark is safer. I've seen the light. I'm not afraid of it anymore. Whatever happens will happen. I've told you the truth. She knows it. I know it.
Chris, go ahead.
What of Renee then? He knows nothing. Look at him. He paints while he's asleep. He has no idea what he's doing. Sorry, Renee, I'm sorry, but this is the truth.
Something's very awake in him when Renee is asleep. Something far beyond any of us.
Like bad cheese.
Mademoiselle Marie, is this why your parents do not approve of the coming nuptials?
Not approve? No, they rejected him. He tried to show him. He tried. They said no.
Jacques or Renee?
Your parents say are good Catholics, huh?
They're fools.
But they believe in the redemption of Christ.
I'll shout over. I said, so you're trying to unmake reality because your parents rejected your fiancé?
No. Renee? No, my only true love.
Oh.
And she looks out.
Is his uncle possessing his body when he's asleep? Is this a ghost? That would be an interesting plot twist.
Pardon me. And I leave.
He says, he showed us all the way.
Who
it was he.
Jacques?
Of course it's Jacques.
Jacques.
He was enlightened first.
And you
he knew the truth.
You love Jacques. You are engaged to Renee, and you love Jacques.
You understand so little. Oh, so very little. Do you think Renee is still in control?
Jean-Francois, I think they are all crazy. She's clearly some kind of salope.
Yes, we have a disease here. What is the ergo, the mold that grows on wheat and makes everyone insane? Where did Gaspard go? He leaves us alone with this.
I come back after just a couple of minutes and I say, I think that this is some sort of a delusion, and I intend to shatter this delusion. And I walk outside, heading towards the statues.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm not listening. I'm just going.
Right.
And Anne-Marie's quickly following behind you.
What about Renee? What is Renee doing? I'm concerned about him.
Renee is just babbling. He's just staring just at the painting.
Are you guys going to follow?
And just
Renee.
I'd like to go out to the sculptures, but it would be nice to lay Renee down first.
Let's bring him with us.
Very well. Between us, we can help him.
Renee, come.
I'll say, I've got Renee, and I'll kind of put his arm over mine.
I will take the other side of Renee. Kristen.
I'll whisper, and I'll say, my friend, my brother in arms. You can do more to protect Renee by keeping an eye on her. I'll keep him safe, I promise. I don't want to hurt any of you, but you're going to bring this on yourselves if you don't stop her.
So
she's chasing after me.
Yep.
Let's go, Jean-Francois.
Okay, I'll help him. I'll help bring our host out. And my character just thinks this is so funny.
All right.
And so Anne-Marie is like grabbing onto you, Gaspard.
And I'm rather rudely saying, "Get the hell off of me!" And I push her away. You're as crazy as he is.
No, you do not understand. None of you understand.
With one hand, if she's carrying the lantern, or are you just going under the cloud light through this concentric rings of purple and yellow?
It's usually a straight line.
Yeah, it's a straight shot.
I know where I see the statues they're white. So when I get there, do I have to step up onto something?
Yeah, and into the fountain, into the water to get up to. I guess it depends on what statue you're going for.
Jacques
is still in the water, but the rest of them are not, right?
Yep, they're ringing the fountain, but he's on a pedestal in the middle of the water.
And if I'm in the fountain, am I able to reach the statue itself?
Yes.
Okay. As I step off of the ledge and into the fountain, I say, "This is just a statue. An artist can make art and he can destroy it." And I pull the hammer out of my hand.
And she starts crying.
And I'm going to start with the feet. I'm just going to try to crack the marble.
Right. Make a strength check.
How strong am I? Oh, I'm strong. You know why? Because I hit it with a hammer all day long. I got a 37 out of 70. Almost a half.
All right. Tristan.
Yes.
Renee starts screaming. In pain.
I'll yell for him to stop with the hammer. I'll say, you are hurting Renee.
It's a delusion.
Keep saying that and you'll kill him, you fool.
Nonsense.
And Anne-Marie's like, "Stop, please."
And I'll look to see if he is wounded on his foot.
He is.
I will say, "You've broken your friend's foot." But no, don't believe it. Don't believe it when you kill your host.
This is not Rene. This is Jacques. Are you telling me that is Jacques?
And I will say, I don't bring him hobbling over with his broken foot. I'm like, are you going to tell me that he broke his foot just walking out into the garden?
And yeah, he's just screaming. He doesn't say anything.
I'll say, somebody get me my medical bag.
This is nonsense.
Keep saying that. It will never be true.
This is not Rene. And I point at the statue. And if he is being hurt, he is not Rene.
It's like, please stop.
Clustered now around the statues?
What's that?
Have we all sort of clustered around the statues now?
Yeah, you guys obviously haven't gotten into the fountain, but
what is the resemblance to Jacques that Rene has?
So Rene doesn't look like Jacques very closely.
Okay.
They do look pretty different.
I assume that the thinnest part of the other statues is the rifles they're carrying.
Yep.
So I'm going to grab a hold of one of those with both hands and try to snap it off. Because I don't have anything to hit with.
But it's marble, right?
Yeah, it's marble.
Yeah, but if marble the size of a rifle is not going to support a human's weight.
Probably not.
It's, if it's normal marble, if it's not reinforced somehow.
And so as you grab it and you just let your weight on it, it snaps and you hear a metallic snapping sound.
Not like stone.
No.
And is it hollow?
And as you snap it off, the piece that you're now holding, you see just transform before your eyes into the end of a rifle.
With a bayonet?
Yep.
That could come in handy.
I suddenly look down at my feet.
And as you look down, do you see that the shoes that you were wearing are marble?
And my pants and my legs.
Yep, anything that was submerged in the water.
Merda.
So I think that's probably sanity checks for some of us.
Yep.
And
me especially.
Yep.
With the penalty dice.
Do I take a sanity check?
No, I think your person thinks he knows what's going on.
I'm going to say, don't worry, Gaspar. I'm sure it's not real. And I just start giggling maniacally.
How much sanity? I'm going to take 1d12.
Yep.
I'm turning to stone.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 2.
And so you really don't have a lot of time to really think about it. The rest of you see that it slowly just starts creeping up his legs.
As I'm standing there, I'm going to take the fucking hammer because it's the last thing that I'm going to do. And I'm going to throw it right at what's-her-face's face.
Anne-Marie?
Anne-Marie. You bitch. I throw it at her.
All right. Go ahead and make a throw roll.
Please hit.
What's my throw? No, I miss. It's not a very good thing to throw. So it misses her. As I slowly.
Mm-hmm. As Gaspar turns into marble.
As I try to figure out what pose I want, like.
Completely into marble?
Yeah, kind of just.
With
marble.
With my mythos laced insanity, do I have any Cthulhu mythos insight on how he could be saved?
So,
what do you want me to roll? Or is there a roll? Or am I reaching?
No.
He read the play.
I'm all the way in the middle of the fountain. So
you think back that towards something that you thought was so horrible. There were notes, like somebody was taking, like they were analyzing the play. They were annotating it.
I'll skim those really quickly. I'll say, try and throw a rope around him, get him out of the fountain.
Oh, and you see that it says that when the herald, like we have planted the herald and when it calls, the pallid mask shall be loosed.
Harold.
How quickly is this process happening?
I will share that with everyone because nothing's clicking with me.
I think I've gotten water all over me.
Everybody,
I've changed.
yeah, he's slowly it's slowly fixing on him.
It's not
But
like
all of you make psychology rolls when he says that out loud, when Tristan points that out.
I come back with the rope, but psychology, because this is weird.
26. I made psychology. One more success.
Ooh, I got a 32 out of 65. Ooh, that's a hard.
You see, Anne-Marie has quite the reaction to that statement and kind of takes a step like away from Tristan after he says that.
What is she doing? Where are you going, Anne-Marie? What have you done?
And she says, no, it is not the time. Not yet.
Tell us what is happening. Tell us what you have done now.
No, you will all see. You will all see.
You will tell us now, or I will push you in the fountain.
I'm advancing on her with the bayonet and the end of the rifle, too. The time is not going to come.
And as you approach, she kind of just freezes. This is in fear. She doesn't know what to do as you're approaching her with the bayonet.
I still have the rope. Should I use it on her or try to save what's left of Gaspard?
Is Gaspard a complete statue at this point?
Mostly.
I can't move.
If the bayonet returned to normal when it was removed from its larger portion, I don't know. I don't want to snap Gaspard in two and have half of him thaw.
He was always too big for his own britches.
Anne-Marie, why did what Tristan said to you frighten you so?
And she just starts just crying. It's not time. It's not time.
Enough of this babbling, and I'm going to try to loop the rope around Gaspard.
All right.
And then see if I can pull him out, if at all possible.
I was going to have to make you make a throw roll.
I'm just fresh marble. I'll snap in two.
I have a throw of 20. 10.
All right, yeah. So you get the rope around him.
Okay. Does he feel like human weight, or should I make it?
Yeah, make a strength roll because he's just slowly getting heavier as you pull.
21. So that's good. That was past a hard. So
A hard success. Okay. So you start dragging him out of the fountain,
okay.
and as he kind of hits the lip and kind of just topples over, you see he kind of hits and part of his skin kind of like chips, and then he starts to unthaw. So Gaspard, you're going to take 1d4 damage as you were broken partially.
Ow!
But it is not pure marble, it is a pallid mask. This is what Tristan realized. Anne-Marie, does Roger know all of this? What you have done here? What you have become?
No, I have not become it yet. You must wait. You must wait. It's not ready.
Gaspard, would you like me to find those wounds, or is this not real?
I am going to kill you.
I'm going to take that as a no, and I'm going to close my medical bag.
But I will never tell you that I was wrong.
So
obviously, my flesh is broken off. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll take out since I pulled him out. I'll take out a handkerchief and.
No, I've got it. I'm not going to let him suffer. I'm a doc. I do have some medical training, even though I'm not a doctor. I successfully rolled first aid.
Good thing you were always a shitty marksman.
Kill that woman right there. She's behind all this.
I think she does have some questions to answer.
Gaspar, I understand that you are angry. And maybe also we are all not well.
She's a witch.
It might be inside here the way it is inside Renee. It might not be Marie. It is another Jacques inside here or something, a mad thing.
Jacques is inside of Renee.
Can we pull the other statues out? Maybe they'll come back to life if they're pulled out of position. Maybe it'll ruin whatever they're planning.
She's planning on turning the sprinklers on and turning everything to marble.
Oh, if only it were that.
No, you just don't understand.
Well, you're not explaining. So maybe if you would just stop saying we don't understand and start telling us something, we could have a conversation. If not, then just shut up and we'll meander through it and make all the mistakes and ruin everything you want to accomplish, and you'll just have to watch us. That's going to be my half-insane persuade roll.
No, that works. That makes sense.
And I make it 31 out of 35.
She says, "You must wait for tomorrow. Everything will be ready. And we will bring him here, Tristan.
The King in Yellow.
Just wait.
To this villa."
Yes.
Wait, mademoiselle, we do not want him to come here. That is the thing you are not understanding.
Oh, why not?
Give her a poke with the bayonet. It is not you anymore who is deciding here.
We do not want this.
No, but you don't understand. Do you think humanity will achieve anything? No, we're just specks. Specks in the cosmos. But just think.
We may be specks, but we are specks who want to live tomorrow.
But no, think how much greater we could be.
Oh, yes, a yellow
if we join the king.
Do I have chloroform?
You should.
Sure.
I'm going to say, well, we'll wake you up tomorrow. And I will just put a chloroform rag over her mouth.
All right,
Not enough to kill her. Just she's got to shut up for a while.
Mademoiselle, does it smell like
And she's out.
chloroform?
Okay.
Tristan, I am very relieved to see you making a little sense again in the knowledge.
Well, like I said, I'm a neutral party. I'm going to leave this up to you. If you guys do nothing, whether you believe me or not, this god of chaos,
Cockroach man,
is going to arrive tomorrow in this spot when that star rises and cause all sorts of I don't know what. Personally, I kind of agree with her. But I'm going to leave that up to you because I may be crazy right now.
Yeah, there's a chance he might be a little unhinged, no?
But there's also a chance that I am sane beyond all of you. But still, to be the only sane person on Earth would be to be insane.
Tristan.
So, I will treat your wounds. I will remove her. If you wish to disrupt this ritual, I would probably move those statues out of position, and I don't know.
I think we have to put it like this, Tristan. It says, if you want to immolate yourself, if you want to pull the trigger on yourself, by all means, go ahead. But don't pull it on the rest of us.
Well, I'm not the one helping the ritual.
Well,
I'm trying to tell you guys how to stop it.
The same applies for her. We will destroy this ritual if that's.
Oh no, she was trying to stop you. I was just trying to tell you about it.
Well, then I'm agreeing with you. Let's. Now, the only thing I can think of is that Renee has been displaced in some way, and that is Jacques there, because I hurt the statue of Jacques, and Renee is the one who is hurt.
They may be one and the same. Why don't we pull the statue of Jacques out and see if he thaws out? And then maybe they'll be in two different bodies and they won't be linked anymore.
How do we get to it?
We have a rope now.
Yeah.
We miss once, okay. We miss twice. We pull it out. It stops being
marble
covered in stone. Like
we have until tomorrow. We can.
The problem
pull some tables over.
The problem is it's on a pedestal. If you pull it, it will fall into the fountain and smash into a million pieces. And then what happens to Renee?
Well, we're all gonna die if we don't disrupt the ritual anyway.
Let's take these others out first.
I agree.
Did we knock out what's her name?
And
oh,
Marie.
she's gassed. She's.
I think first because Tristan, you expect to see the orange star between the arches, no? So maybe we take the arches away first. Maybe. I also think that we can go to the cellar door and see what is behind the cellar.
Let us smash the fucking thing open.
Smash it.
Yes.
So what comes first? That's the
first.
I'm going to go through the book again, looking at the cliff notes, and try and figure out what was the most important part of the ritual, and then, reverse engineer that and how to best screw this up.
First, we tie up this crazy silo.
You get a roll intelligence, Tristan.
Oh, I'm going to take my pipe. I'm going to dip it in the water because I want a marble pipe.
Okay. Hard success.
All right, you get the impression that whoever was writing in here was frustrated by the lack of room, and so they might have been writing somewhere else.
We need to search his room. I think there are more notes somewhere.
All right.
Okay. But
or search his room, search the library. We have until tomorrow, but if we want to screw this up, we've got to do it right.
We're going to tie her up. Excellent. Leave that to me. I have been waiting for this.
Allons-y.
How late is it by now?
It's around like 10:30 p.m.
Yeah.
We have lots of time.
And there's only one servant we have to worry about, but we should worry about him. Mon frère, remember, this Roger, he lies to us about the key to the Bible door. He is back with Jacques before all this, and yet not he is made of marble. He is here with Marie to push his project through, as insane as his project may be. Also, everything here is insane.
If he tries to stop us, I will shoot him.
Just give him a glass of water.
Yes, we can do that too.
All right, let's take her back and tie her up. Are we going to pull out any of these statues first?
Let's try.
For one of the swords, the broken.
Right.
The
if he dies horribly, we'll stop.
Pulls the bread girl out.
Oh, the bread girl first? How about the soldier I broke already?
Because if it actually happens, then she can't hurt us with a loaf of bread.
Oh.
But that guy's got half a broken gun. And she might be a villager.
But he is still a soldier.
All right, bread girl.
Fight. But we will be careful. We don't want to hurt the bread girl.
No.
Even though she is an abomination from hell.
Well.
All right. So yeah, let's see if we can hoist that statue out.
Yeah, we'll all help.
All right.
I'm going to try to pull it from the base while they pull the rope in hopes of keeping it in one piece.
But she's not on the fountain though, right? Correct?
No, they're all surrounding.
All right, so it's with you guys assisting, just one of you make a strength check with the bonus dice.
I have a 65.
Gaspar is stronger still.
Oh, I'll make a strength check. Sorry. 42 out of 70. So we get a hold of it so that we can hoist it up. I assume there's a lep around the fountain, so we're hoisting it up and over that.
Yep, and as you do, comes around and you kind of just set her down gently. You see slowly the marble starts to fade away.
This is the pallid mask. Not everything you say, Tristan, is mad.
Mademoiselle, are you okay?
I never said any of it was mad.
Mademoiselle, are you okay? Can you hear
Can
me?
you
You
hear?
must help me.
We are
Oh,
helping
please,
you
oh,
now.
please, I've seen it all.
Were you there?
Tell us.
We are here to help
Oh,
you. Tell us
please.
what you have seen.
Oh, it also... I wanted to... We're going to let him come.
Who?
And
The cockroach
and the
man?
glory, but... No, it doesn't make... He's a fool.
Come,
Blind. He's blind. He'll lead us all to ruin. Please, you must help me.
Are you speaking of Jacques?
Yes.
This Jacques up here, the statue Jacques.
And she's just...
A little catatonic.
Yep.
Calmez-vous, madame. Tell us, we are going to ask you some strange questions. What year is it?
What
Oh,
year?
Yes, what year is it?
Oh, the cycles. The sun setting in the lake, the black stars, they... Does it matter?
What is the last date that you remember?
I don't know.
Madame or Mademoiselle,
How about your name?
the last thing you remember.
Oh, I was there. I'm no longer.
You are no longer there. You are safe at home on firm earth.
Say, he's coming.
Who is coming?
They're preparing for it. They're waiting for it.
The king in yellow.
And with that, she screams. The second you say that.
Oh, pardon, madame. I say we are trying to prevent this from happening.
Well, they are. I'm kind of helping, but not.
You. And she points. You've seen the sign.
Yes, I have.
The sign?
You're not
You
making
said the question mark, the mustard-colored question mark was a sign.
the sign of the cockroach man, king.
So we have all seen the sign.
No,
I
but
don't think in the same way.
you haven't seen it.
Madame, what is your name?
Oh. I think Genevieve.
Genevieve.
Where are your family?
Who?
Your family.
Carcos. That's. They're waiting to come back with the king.
Do you know that you were a statue? That you were changed like these people here? We have rescued you.
I was sleeping, dreaming.
Do you know when it was that Monsieur Jacques made you into a statue?
No, he didn't make. No. We all chose the baptism.
Ah,
We were gonna become so much more, but
Yeah, but you discovered that it was a lie.
I don't know. I don't know.
Dragged into a void and you're a black star. You see, Tristan, this book is
You've never seen anything more beautiful, though. Nothing more terrible.
but you do not seem happy.
And I will settle for Debussy.
Happy? Doesn't matter what I am. They mean nothing. It means nothing.
He's sounding like you, Tristan.
L'existentialism.
The whole world is a stage.
Well, I don't like the way this play is going. Let us find a way to make an end of it. Tell us, Tristan, what do we do?
I don't know. I think pulling her out was a good start. Can we pull the others out? Oh, I'm going to go search his bedroom. There may be more notes. You guys keep pulling statues out.
You're going to search Jacques' office, no?
Yes. And his bedroom. That's where I found the play.
Someone should go with
Play in
you.
Renee's bedroom.
Yes. That's even a better idea.
I will go with you, Tristan.
Okay.
Good.
I want to smash the marble door. I also maybe want to smash these military statues because Madame tells us that they all wanted this baptism.
Yes, they are all followers of Jacques.
Anyway. So what do you think first, Gaspar? We smash these malfeasant statuettes, or we go to the cellar and learn what is behind the secret door?
We do both. It won't take me any time at all to knock the heads off of these statues.
Tristan, I think perhaps Mademoiselle the baker could use a little...
Oh, I thought I'd already left.
Oh,
Oh no, I was waiting to tell Gaspard that we should smash the door together with all of us.
well, we'll be coming back to the house before we go, so you guys will have time to... We'll smash the statues, you search the room, and then we'll meet up and go get the door.
Okay.
Maybe.
So what happens to bread lady?
Well, I look at you, Jean-Francois, and I say, but we are not monsters. We are
Nothing.
we are people who believe in the ideals of love and honor. Madame, do any of these statues mean anything to you? A boyfriend, a lover? No? Good. So I'm going to hop up on the edge where I can reach their heads, and I'm going to take my hammer, and I'm going to hit them as hard as I can on the side of the heads. See if I can knock their heads completely off.
All right, roll strength.
In place.
Strength. I have done very good with strength. Hopefully I won't break my hammer. I got 27, which is obvious. Is that better than half, actually? Yeah. That's hard.
All right, so as you just smash into it, the head goes rolling off as you hear a meaty thud kind of behind the ring of the statue. As you see that the whole statue you now sees to be returning out of the marble.
Okay. I'll just walk to the
as
next
blood starts to bubble up.
Oh, how gruesome.
I've only taken 6 sanities so far. I think I deserve some damage.
Yeah, well, so with this, you can make another sanity check.
All right. It's still a pass.
Yeah, I'm still passing.
All right,
37 for 44, though.
So both of you will lose an additional point.
Okay. As distasteful as it is, I'll just walk to the next one and I'll hit, and maybe not watch so intently.
How's our captive bread lady responding to this? She's just mildly hysterical or catatonic?
She's just laughing.
How's her bread smell?
Fresh.
It's good place, no?
We are French. The bread, it smells delicious. Of course it smells good. It's French bread. It looks like the next one I have a little bit of difficulty in breaking it. I got an 88. But I probably just have to hit it a few more times to...
Yeah, and as you are hitting into it, the second you hit a certain depth, blood starts to come out.
Whoa. I'll roll again for sanity. I'm not sure I have this done in 25. That's better than half again. Maybe we could just sort of push them over and they'll smash when they hit the ground.
But as the blood starts trickling out, you start to hear a muffled scream.
I failed a sanity check at that.
All right, that's going to be a D8.
Whoa.
And I took the full, so I've now taken a little bit.
You gonna roll for
20%.
reaction?
Yeah.
Well, you got more than 5 in one roll.
Right. Can't do math either.
Do you want him to roll, Morgan, for a reaction?
Yeah.
That's D10.
1d8.
8. 7.
Oh, hallucinations. 1d4.
Number 1.
Phobia or mania. That's up to you, Morgan, to give him something. He suddenly is terrified.
With all of the things that you've seen, those yellow roses have become quite distasteful.
Mm.
You know, yellow, it's a fascinating color. It must be associated with all of this.
Mm.
Almost too much.
And purple is the color of the royalty. This entire
Yes.
garden is evil.
Yes, but the yellow is just so beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful. I see.
Just something about all of this.
So it's
Mania for yellow.
A mania for yellow things, which is going to get me in trouble, probably. All right. Well, I'm going to start strolling through the roses and smelling deeply of them while I let poor Gaspard do the dirty work.
What are you doing, Jean-Francois?
Keep with your ruinous statues, my small friend. Mommy.
How many more statues do I have?
I think there were 6 around Jacques.
There were 6.
So there's still Jacques and there's the others.
So I have 3 more statues. And the guy who is bleeding, is he now falling to the ground alive?
No, you see he's starting to become unmarbled.
Okay.
Just clutching at his neck.
Then at this point, if I can do it, I'm just going to run to the next statue and shove it to knock it over. And hopefully towards something that if it hits, it should shatter. Like the edge
So just sideways into the ground. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
All right, make a strength check.
69, which is 1 point under.
Yeah, so you kind of you hit it, but it doesn't.
I have to get it rocking.
It doesn't move, but you see the girl has walked over now, and she's kind of just walked up next to you, and she's kind of just stroking the face of the statue.
Okay.
Just let them sleep.
We cannot allow what is about to happen.
Oh, why?
Stay away. We do not want to die. This is self-defense. So if it doesn't knock over, I'm just going to whack it really hard.
Okay.
Okay. Strength 34. That's better than half.
All right. Same thing. You just crack right into it as it turns into a lifeless corpse and collapses to the ground.
I'll use the pointy end. That's even better, huh? Of my hammer. It's a sculptor's hammer. All right, now I'm going to do the same with all the other statues. Do you want me to Roll.
All right. So as you're going around, just smashing all of them, and the last one topples over. You turn, and then the last one standing is Jacques. And then there's the one person who's clutching their neck. He's still alive.
Okay. Francois, please help me with this. We must get this rope around Jacques. And I'm going to try to do my cowboy lasso, which I have no skill at whatsoever.
All right. So roll it.
What am I rolling? Throw?
Throw.
I got 20. I got 89. Yeah.
All right. So you throw it, and it just goes bloop.
I'm not having any luck.
And as it falls into the water, you can't seem to pull it back.
Oh.
I thought for sure he'd be able to pull it out and soften it. Should I make a power roll to see if I can assist him, or should I just keep running through the roses and sniffing deeply?
I mean, you can make a power roll to snap out of it.
Technically, it would only last for 10 rounds anyway. Mm-hmm. And I've smashed a few stations.
50, so I got under, not impressively.
All right, so as you're kind of snapping out of it, Tristan and Sebastian.
Yes.
So as you go up to the study, both of you make spot hiddens.
Okay. Critical success with a 2.
Ooh.
Making up for all those failed sand rolls.
I have a 70, 20.
All right, so as you're going through, you find a couple of notebooks. They also seem to be like studying. It's like it seems to just be talking about the play and like thinking things through, kind of writing out their thoughts about like how do we join the king? How do we bring him here? Kind of just musing to himself. And then
go ahead.
As it ends, you find that it just has a couple of lines of poetry.
House of my fathers, house of my flesh, house of my dream, house of my death. The flesh is weak, the mind is fleeting, the heart is frail, the soul is sinking. Soon we must decide to bow and thrive, or wither and die. The seeds are sown, the harvest is here, the king ascends. The voices sings, oblivion cries, the siren calls, the king is coming. Whispers from the mask and the circle within the gate are made manifest. Praise be to he that is king, he that watches, he that hungers. He is watching, he is hungry, he is coming. Gather the courts so he might dwell, gather the masons and gather the builders, gather the courts so he might live, gather the harvest, gather the garden, gather the court so he might feast, gather the baker, gather the butcher, gather the court so he might reign, gather the painter, gather the sculptor, gather the court so he will rise. The cold of winter killed the muse, shrouding her face a veil of snow. Lying within her tomb of ice, she quietly dreams of summer. Her soft words die from frozen lips, silent, solemn vigil held. Locked away till radiant beams, she quietly dreams of summer.
So you get the impression that whatever his plan is, he was gathering people for it.
Including us.
Including you.
The butchers were clearly the soldiers. He had plans for us, my friend. Us.
Right. So I think if we just left and weren't here tomorrow, that might be enough that he won't have his full ritual complete. Not me. I'm a writer. I mean, sure, I paint a little bit, but
This is impossible. It's like Gaspard said, this is witchcraft. This is madness.
Just because it's witchcraft and madness doesn't mean it's impossible.
They once said men could not fly, but yet we saw them.
We can't deny our own eyes. We've seen what we've seen. We've seen people who were stone made flesh. We've seen people who are flesh made stone.
We must stop this. Let's go.
Well,
let's go and help them with the statues.
I'll take these notes, and we'll go down.
Okay.
All right, and
as we walk down, I'm going to have one brief conversation with Sebastian. I was like, Sebastian, my friend, I must ask you something. You've seen the things that I've seen. You've seen the way men of power treat their fellow men. The horror and the cruelty of it all. Don't you, at least some part of you, long for a fresh start?
After what we've seen, yes. But you said everything will be unmade. If it is unmade, it will never exist. And I have Monique. I have my life. We lived through it, you and I, and all the others. Why destroy them now? Why destroy us?
Well, we wouldn't be destroying them. We'd just be letting it happen, which I think in some madness is the same thing. I don't want to hurt anyone. So
we've hurt enough people, and we've
True.
been hurt enough.
Well, for you and your wife, if for no other reason, let's go stop this.
Let's go, my friend. And then we go and we meet up.
We go. Yep.
And so all of you are gathered outside.
Well, we're still trying to figure out how to pull down a Doc statue.
What happened to the rope, Gaspard?
The rope got partially marbleized, but I'm thinking if we can get the part that is not in the water around him in a loop, we can yank him right off his little throne.
But
and the marble part might even help because we can't pull it out.
If he is Renee, or if Renee is he, or if he is anyone at this point, who knows? But we can't hurt Renee.
I do not think that Renee is in the statue. I think that Jacques, from within the statue, enters into Renee. If we can, it is like a parasite. You kill it at once and it is done. You try to pull it out and it poisons like the tick.
Do you consider me a parasite?
Yes,
Renee?
you are a parasite.
As-
You are taking over our friend.
You see Renee is hobbling over to you.
Well, it depends.
So,
Are you
Renee,
Renee?
I consider you a host. If you are Renee, if you are Jacques, I consider you worse than a parasite.
But I am both Jacques and your host.
You are Jacques' host and our host. But
No.
We make it our purpose to stop you from what you are doing.
Oh. Well, you might want to go tell that to Roger.
He's right. He's right here.
Roger, the servant?
Oh, Roger. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean Roger.
Nah. Yeah, no.
No, I think we have, we will say to Roger what we must. Which was first? Tell me that. Was it Anne-Marie that you infected first, or was it René you infected first?
Infected?
Yes, you are
Oh, you
disease.
see it all wrong.
I I see it from the vantage point of L'Homme. I want the human to exist. You do not care.
Hmm.
You want to destroy us all.
No. Destroy? No.
Elevate. Mm?
Exactly.
Mm.
Some sort
I
of
will
an
take-
apotheosis is what you are looking for.
Yes.
Yes, man is not meant to experience such things. We are meant to be men.
Gaspard, listen to what Tristan and I have found. Tristan, read to him. Show him.
We'll assume that he reads it to us.
Yeah. Please don't make me go through that again.
So this is it. This is all in preparation.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
including inviting us here.
we
Let
were
us-
We are
up on this
we are
fountain.
just more of your plan, huh?
This is why Marie has gone to such lengths to preserve her garden. It is all part of the ritual.
Oh, yes.
Let
And now
us
that
make
you're here,
a
we're all
wasteland
prepared.
of this garden. Then
we're all ready to go.
Not the yellow flower. The yellow flower is very beautiful. We can just destroy the purple flower.
Oh, jeez.
It
I
will
will-
destroy the
I will get some brandy and destroy it all.
And turpentine.
But why? It's already complete.
It is not so complete anymore.
Is it? It looks complete to me.
I have waylaid your soldiers and your
Butchers.
delicious French bread girl.
And there will be no artist or mason, because we'll be long gone before tomorrow comes.
Hmm.
And now we are going to find your woman frozen in the ice behind the door and destroy it.
I see.
And we will take Renee, our friend, back.
And you cannot stop us.
Says, well, it saddens me that you feel this way.
Yes, Jacques, you are a madman and a killer, and we are very troubled that you feel sad. Let us go to the stone door and end this madness. No?
Wait
Well,
a
if
minute.
you must.
Something is very wrong here. Why is Jacques not trying to prevent us from doing any of this? And he mentioned Roger. Is he simply trying to keep us here, delay us from something that Monsieur Roger is doing? I think we need to go find this Roger and stop whatever he is doing first.
Yes, I think that's exactly what we should be doing.
Why did you remind us of Roger, however? Maybe it is the role of the artiste to be iconoclast and break all of these. Perhaps we are fulfilling our role against our own will.
We are second guessing ourselves. We have made
We
our
have
decision as to
too
what
much.
we do.
It must be behind the door, no?
Let us go.
I mean,
Wait. I'm going to, as we walk back, I'm going to grab, when we go through the house, I'm going to grab some more rope or a curtain tie or anything like that that can be used to tie up Renee.
Okay.
if we start back to the house, does Renee follow us?
No.
Yeah, he's got a broken leg or a foot.
How'd that happen?
Did he
With my hammer.
has he been Jacques since the injury to his foot? Like, how did we see? Was there a sense of, because he was astonished to be awoken, and he was a little catatonic and mumbly, and then he was.
I think he's going back and forth.
Yeah, that's your best guess. He seems to be switching.
Jacques is trying to possess a new body.
Hmm.
Or repossess a body that's been, taken. To the cellar.
I will. Tristan, help me with Renee.
And keep your eyes open for Roger.
I have something for him if he shows his face.
I never liked his face.
Well, we'll wait for them to help them tie up Renee, and we'll all go together. There's safety in numbers.
And so as you all descend into the cellar, you see that the door is hanging open.
Man.
And Roger's keyring is in the lock and turned.
I knew he was lying.
I knew he was lying.
Well, I'm going to grab the keys. What do we see through the door?
As you see through the door, it's just this tunnel, and you can see just down in the center there's a light that you can just barely make out.
Do we know if it's going in the same direction as the
winery?
It is going in the direction of where the garden is.
Maybe to underneath the fountain.
That is a very terrifying idea. Is it a slight tunnel that goes down? It's
just a straight, it goes straight. You're already underneath the ground. It will go right under the garden. You're not going down deeper.
Same temperature as everything else, like 52 Fahrenheit of underground. And one light and nothing, we don't hear anything.
No.
We hear water in the distance?
Nope.
All right.
You see the light.
Let's just go.
We have light before us so we can stay dark.
Okay. We'll try to be quiet, but it's kind of hard to do. We're artists. We're not used to being quiet.
Speak for yourself, Scope.
And I have my hammer.
And there's a bunch of us and we're on stone. I don't mind going first, but I don't have a firearm.
You have the bayonet.
Well, I would take the vanguard.
And I have this.
All right.
And Tristan has this.
And where are we leaving Renee tied up?
Out by the fountain. Because he couldn't walk.
By the beautiful yellow flower.
By you and your yellow flowers.
I may paint nothing but yellow flowers from
Yes, next you are going to paint nothing but sunflowers, yeah? Like the other crazy artist.
Oh.
All right. So we're going.
And as you make your way, it kind of, as you see the light, you see Roger. He's standing in the middle of the circular room. The room appears to be tiled, and painted all over it is this kind of this grand mural of this cyclopean city with these black discs in the sky and this red circle on the floor. And he's standing in the middle of it. And just facing this painting.
It looks like rain of blood.
Looks like somebody's standing in front of the archway with the stars.
The damned ark. And maybe this is the same cockroach fiend in the dark. All is nothing.
And
I suggest we just shoot Roger now.
Tristan, let's shoot this man.
Shelley on 3?
Yes.
En français.
Un, deux, à trois. 87 out of...
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, this apparently I aimed this time. 8.
I missed. I'm better with a rifle.
All right.
I was a officer, so I'm just good with the revolver.
And if you missed, did you hit the painting? Because it's on the other side, right?
Ah,
Yeah, roll luck.
my luck. Where are you? Oh, there. The big number. Ooh, no good. 96 out of 60.
All right, and so as your bullet just tears through Rojo's head, his blood goes and spatters out all in front of him. And as he slumps to the ground, you see the painting starts to get a faint glow to it. And slowly the circle on the floor starts to glow. And all the discs in the room start to glow. This pale yellow light.
I think it's time to make a hasty retreat, and I start running.
Tante Merde. Did we just complete the blood sacrifice?
And as those of you who are watching, you see slowly rising out of this red circle, this figure cloaked in yellow starts to raise ever so slowly from the floor.
Run!
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all going to do sanity rolls, right?
Sanity!
I ran before.
Yep. Tristan is good. Tristan's out of there.
I got an 05, but
I got 75, which is
my character just had the realization that we may have just completed the blood sacrifice.
All right, so those of you who pass, it's 1d10. Those of you who fail, it's 1d20.
Oh,
Good night, Irene.
looking for my 1d10 dice.
I got a 6.
That's 9 more for me, reducing me to 20.
I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
Apparently, I am very calm, cool, and collect in the face of insanity.
I was earlier. I seem to have lost that. Down to 28. So I've lost almost half today. And the yellow is so beautiful.
Yes, this.
Beautiful.
And Sebastian, what did you get?
I got a 6, which brings me down to 83.
All right, so Sebastian is going to make a roll on the table. But Jean-Francois is just so awestruck by all of this.
It is the only color in the universe. It is the true color of everything. I'm going to start walking slowly toward it, taking it in.
What do I need to roll?
And I'm going to try to grab a hold of him so that he doesn't.
All right, so Sebastian, you need to roll a 1d8, Tom.
Five.
A 1d8?
No, on his tape on your table. He lost more than 5.
I didn't. I lost 1.
No, as for
Oh,
for Darren.
sorry. Oh, you need to roll my table. Well, yeah, 1d8.
Yeah, 5.
Psychosomatic illness. Go around. We'll roll a 1d8 again.
1.
You go blind for 10 rounds.
Oh, good.
1d 10 rounds. You can roll to see how long you go blind.
I'll use my 1d10.
My eyes.
6.
That's 6 rounds.
All right, so yeah, your eyes just go dark. And Gaspard, who are you trying to grab?
I'm trying to grab Francois from walking into the yellow glow.
My eyes.
So I'm
All
gonna
right,
try to
roll.
grapple. Or
Yeah.
Poor Sebastian Kenneth is a beauty. It's a perfection.
I roll a 9, so I grab a hold of his clothes. And I'm like, what are you doing? We have to get out of here.
My eyes!
And John Francois, just stretching out before you is just this grand vista of this dead, yellow, beautiful city behind this figure who's slowly walking towards you.
Is this what Tristan could see and I was blind too? All the colors there are one color. It's magnifique. Why do you grab me?
We have to go, and I'm going to try to drag him back. And I'm going to try to grab Sebastian, too, and get us out of there.
So should I grapple or roll power, do you think?
Roll power.
Power is mental power, yeah?
Yeah. And I'm assuming, it's 50-50.
And so slowly it's reaching out.
So I've got 29. I've got 29. Does that help me resist and listen to my friend? Or does it make me tear my vest away and push forward?
It just gives you that determination to do what you set out to do, and so you kind of push past him and into the embrace of this figure.
Yes.
No, Francois!
What's happening? My eyes!
And you see that John Francois he just starts to deteriorate.
Yeah, I'm going to grab Sebastian and try to get us the hell out.
Mm-hmm. Right,
and
as you
roll
grab
for
him,
sanity again because I saw Jean-Francois. Oh, didn't pass that one.
All right, just do a D6.
No.
Gaspar, what is happening?
Now I am beyond my 20%, so I'm going to have to go to a sanitarium after this is all over.
All right, and as you drag him out of there, the whole structure starts to shake.
I could not save Francois.
Is it an earthquake? My eyes! My eyes!
It is the king in yellow. I think we messed up. Do we run into Tristan? Is he back in the United States by now?
It depends if Tristan stopped in the cellar or if he just kept going. You're muted there, Oscar. If you're...
I stopped when I kind of got clear, like when I was almost back at the garden where we had people tied up.
Okay.
And I made sure to reload that one bullet I spent in case I need all 6.
And you see that Renee is crying.
We're all out there now?
Yeah.
Well, he's out by the fountain, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're getting the hell out of here.
Okay. I was blind for 6 rounds. Am I better now?
Yep.
Starting
Your
to-
vision clears as you're...
I can see. Gaspar, I can see. My eyes are back.
Good, I don't have to drag you anymore. Don't look back.
Okay.
Remember the story of Lot's wife. Don't look back.
Is there a vehicle here, a car or a truck or...
Yep.
Our cars.
All right. Well, I don't even think we paused to grab our stuff. We just put our friend in here and go. Do we want to take the baker girl? I mean, she's batshit Fruit Loops.
No, she's a follower of this thing.
Pick her bread.
Let her eat cake.
All right, we'll grab our friend and we will speed away.
All right. And as you just... And you start driving away, you just hear Renee's voice go, "Oh, what is happening? Where are we?"
We are safe.
The rest is a long story and probably best not told at this.
But for how long are we safe? I look back in the direction of the house. Is there like a yellow glow everywhere?
As you
As he
look
starts
back,
starts to turn, I smack him in the back of the head. I'm like, "You were just saying, don't look back.
I'm saying-
You were telling the rest of us not to look back."
Just drive.
I said, "I will," and I keep driving. I glance over as he's turning. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
See, you do care about me, don't you? I win.
I am a doctor. I can't let you just put your eyes into the fire.
all right, and as you drive away, you've reached the end.
Of our lives. That's the end. Because we release the king in yellow and he destroys the earth. And
No, I think he just rampages the villa for a little while.
well, what's her name said that they weren't ready yet. So
Yeah, they weren't. This was this is the fizzling out of the whole thing, I think.
Yep. So yeah, and as characters all to get back, their lives don't end, the world doesn't end.
Where is Jean-Francois? Where is Jean-Francois? Where is Jean-Francois?
he went into
The great dress rehearsal.
he was like a bug attracted to a bug light, which is yellow. All right, excellent.
Yeah.
So now tell us everything that we didn't figure out.
Well, their plot was to perform the ritual, get everybody together, and if they because all the stuff talking about like with all these people, the king will live, he'll thrive. But without all that, he couldn't sustain his presence. So the idea was they're going to gather everybody. The thing is if you had waited for tomorrow, Anne Marie, who had the seed planted in her to be the herald, that kind of thing they're talking about, she would have started waking everybody up. So without killing or hurting anybody, things would start to be unmarbled.
We are murderers.
And then they would all go down into that room and perform the ritual. The papers down in the wine cellar, there are papers, and it talks about them trying different formulas to get that liquid right.
Liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it was really good.
Yep.
And there you go.
And we all went a little bit nuts.
Scenario.
Very well done.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, let's finish it up. Our players included Oscar Rios, David Gassaway, Darren Pollock, and myself, with Morgan Llewellyn as the keeper of the secrets. Currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. We do have a new patron. Now, I hope I pronounced this correctly. If not, my apologies. Gazina Stenenda has pledged $5 a month to our club. Thank you so much, Jacina. If you'd like to become a patron, visit our Patreon account. Just $1 to a month helps us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch that bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.